Well done to Parramatta. We said before that how hard they've been defending, how hard they've been trying, that they were going to get their reward, and they got it. A great signing from is going to be Dylan Walker.
Agreed.
I thought yesterday they were struggling. Their attack was clunky. When he came on the field, operating, through that centre, you saw the change immediately. Let's have a quick look at his first set of six, how he comes on the field, and straight away you see the effect. Almost immediately, the tempo picked up because he's got a great run threat. His pass decision is very, very good. And he is going to be invaluable for Dylan Brown and Dean Hawkins and Mitch Moses when he comes back. And this result ended up getting a try in the left-hand corner. And Dylan Brown, no coincidence, when Dylan Walker came on the field, suddenly Dylan Brown started to find his best football.
I agree. I think sometimes when you don't have dominant traditional ball players, a ball playing 13 can help ease the load a little bit. Learn a little bit about Dylan Brown in this period, that when he's first receiver, he's very square and runs the football, which he's effective at when he gets it together. When he starts going sideways, it doesn't work for him. But when he's out at the back of shape and Walker's that first key, then he's naturally moving on to 45. He looks more comfortable.
Yes.
Whereas I don't think Mitch Moses needs Dylan Walker, but it would help.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. But I don't think Mitch Moses needs a ball-playing middle to control the way that he plays, because it comes to him quite naturally.
But they certainly need him now. You can see the difference. Dean Hawkins, we had a little discussion about this. We're disagreeing on this one slightly. I haven't rarely seen a bloke hit a ball so sweetly as Dean Hawkins. But you're saying, but it is an unusual drop.
It's not the results, it's the unnecessary movement of the hand that I feel like could be tweaked. But he's kicking the ball well, so don't change it. It's a little bit like, the analogy is the golf swing. It's a bit like Jim Furyk, Matty. You know Jim Furyk, don't you?
Mate, you wouldn't know if he popped up in the suit.
So there's just a little bit, the risk there, he just moves the ball slightly, but he's got good purchase on it, so I understand where you're coming from there, but one thing to tweak up the technique a little bit, but done a good job.
Cowboys, last 2 weeks, they've got the balance right in their football, pouring more energy into their defence, making less errors in attack. Nanai starting to get back towards his true form, what we expect of him.
The Cowboys are so hard to get a good read on. When they're bad, they're bad. When they're good, they are good. And it seems to be when they have a physical mindset and the defence is right, everything else just comes off the back of it. There was just... I like that... We haven't seen this from Penrith for a long time, but there were just little gaps through their defensive line, and the Cowboys took advantage of it. Like Purdue, Drinkwater,
their East
Robson, just went. I think they were very direct in the way they played, and it helped them.
Yeah, it did. We said before about the Casey McLean try, and I'm using this as an example. I'm looking at, and I've sort of just come across this. I saw this play the other day. Penrith, in the last 18 months, some of the plays and sequences are so similar to the 2005 West Tigers, and the fact that, Nathan, and this is really interesting, you said that before, is the fact that they're not solving the problem from the inside. They're not chasing him hard. But again, that leaves you vulnerable, and this is a great way to strip short a defence. You see him there, like, he's just stripped them short by that.
Yeah, it's beautiful ball playing. Some good halfbacks like Benji and Sean have done it before. When you hide that ball, that angle of Clifford just lost track of the ball. Benji Marshall, one of the best. I can see it, like the double show and keep going can strip you defensively, but got to be careful. Once you start going too sideways too often, you are losing a lot of forward momentum.
I think at training, when you see teams playmakers start to do a lot of that, it's so easy to get into that algorithm and start to do it. I think at training it's important that you sort of level it up with nice straight football.
Yeah, we saw Adam Reynolds last week do the double drop-off with good tempo and hiding, changing his speed. But you can't do double drop-off for double drop-off for double drop-off, if that makes sense.
Yes.
There needs to be a variation of, like anything, it's good balance.
It's got to be the exception.
Yeah.
Mate, some good old-fashioned train spotting. We're going to do a little bit here. Old school playmaking. Been talking about this. We spoke about it last year. Sean Johnson going up, getting to your target defender and then just delaying an extra half a second, which makes it so hard for a defender who's trying to make a decision. That half a second probably feels like half an hour.
Yeah.
You see that and it's just minuscule, just that little wait and hit short. And there's a couple of players doing it really good at the moment. You know, without making a Nathan Cleary fest, you know, I've been watching him a little bit. There's been a little change in how he ball plays. See that there? Like, nice little clever ball, but he's having a long look at the short play. Yep. Does one here in a second. Yeah, McLean's, I think it is a little bit late on the play, but again, the delay. Mate, we showed Isaiah Katoa last week. Yep. He does it. He's just, I reckon he's the best in the league at doing it at the moment. Going up to Jason Smith,
style.
up, pause, hit short.
I think the principles of it are basically going fast to slow. So if you get your target defender as quickly as you can, and then you slow up when you get in the eye line like this, Payne Haas tends to lean in when he doesn't have to. But if Katoa just went at the same speed, I'm pretty sure Payne Haas would slide off and not get involved. Because you go fast, you get in his eyesight, then you stop and lean in. That pause, as you said, makes the defender lunge, and it creates that one.
It's almost like they could reach out and grab him. It's unnerving.
Just a little bit of bait to a defender that wants to go, and then you just delay the pass.
Another example here, the first try from the Titans on the weekend, you watch Jaden Campbell, and this is just a tiny little adjustment here. Watch this, catches, whoop, and you see Herbie. Herbie's going to slide when you see the other angle. He's going to slide on him, and the last second, that tiny little pause, mate, Herbie bites.
That's a good angle, that.
And you'll see it here again. Wait, I'm going to slide. No. He's just paused on
and a little double pump at the same time. Good ball playing from Jaden Campbell. I think while we're on the train spotting thing, what about Sharks versus Raiders?
Oh, wow.
The last minute finish to the game. Enjoy it. What about Ricky jumping up and down?
The press conference could have been very different.
But here's one for the people out there. So I think it's Trindle or the Sharks. They did the right thing, but I'm actually going to argue that there's something better you could do here. Ran the ball into the corner, put it in a position where it takes them absolutely the long way of scoring that try in the match-winning play for a minute and a half. What the Sharks do is they run the ball and get tackled. That is tackle 0, right? What I'm saying is maybe Trindle gets it and puts in a little grubber kick, lets the Raiders dive on it, jumps on him. That's tackle 1. He goes down, the Raiders go down the field and they score on the 5th play. So what we're saying is they actually only have the 4 plays.
They've handed them an extra
play. And they're 15 metres further away from the try line. So, yes, it's the right play to run it in the corner. It's a high percentage one. But when it's down to that time on the clock, take an extra tackle, do the little kick, and actually dive on them for tackle 1.
Because we don't think about that. That's been a tactic now where teams, rather than risk the 7 tackles, is just sort of wander over. But you're right, you hand them an extra tackle.
Yeah, I'm not saying kick it for a repeat set. I'm literally just kick it a metre in front, like in the corner, let them dive on it.
Deny them a tackle.
Deny them a tackle. Jump on it, tackle 1.